In 2013, Pope Francis declared that a year of consecrated life be celebrated throughout the world. The event started during Advent 2014 and will continue through the World Day of Consecrated Life in February 2016. Those who embraced the consecrated life worked tirelessly to ensure that learning took place within a faith community in which prayer, worship, and a lived Catholic faith were an essential part of the daily environment. They often had great challenges and made countless sacrifices in order that the Catholic schools were available to as many young people as possible. We who are gathered here today and across our diocese owe to all those who embraced the consecrated life a debt of gratitude for their work and for their lasting contribution to our schools and to the thousands of students who learn from them lessons about academics, about life, and about faith. Herein are just some of the many orders that served in our 27 Catholic schools.
As the delegate for religious for the diocese, I have the opportunity to work with many sisters, and I can easily see how they have been foundational persons in their parishes and the schools that they work with over the years. And we do have several brothers that are working in the diocese, and that's part of their story as well, because most of us religious, men and women, did start off teaching in the Catholic schools. But today, the witness of lay people who were inspired by us, who were taught by us, who shared the ministry with us, are doing such a wonderful job today in that role. I would say that the religious congregations of men and women from the very beginning, we could even call them the cornerstones or the foundation stones of the whole Catholic school system.
The idea of living a consecrated life is a little overwhelming when one talks about oneself. So I would invite people to consider, what would they feel if they said, I'm living a consecrated life? And you realize how big a word that is. And then for those of us in religious life, it points up how mammoth the responsibility is and how unworthy we can feel sometimes.
I'm happy to be representing the Marist Brothers of the Schools. We entered the diocese in 1933 to staff Central Catholic High School with the Sisters of St. Joseph. After having left Central Catholic, our brothers worked for the diocese in the Chancery, at the Paul VI Renewal Center. Many adults were trained by our brothers there in the spirit of Mary and in the way of the Marist Brothers. And certainly the vision of St. Marcelin 200 years ago is still alive and well today.
One of my deepest convictions is that I'm blessed to be a sister of St. Joseph. And I think that's because we are a group of women consecrated in this year of consecrated life to the gospel. And as Catholic consecrated women, we live the gospel the way that we think best reflects who we are and how we minister. I also think that the faith life in this diocese has been enriched because of the ministry of our sisters. I think one of my strongest commitments and my love for the congregation is that through the years we have been able to change and meet the needs of our diocese and of the congregation and of the church in America. But I think we even have a larger vision of the gospel in the world.
I really am grateful for this opportunity as we celebrate the year of Consecrated Life to say some words about the congregation of St. Joseph. I believe that the greatest contribution that the congregation makes in the larger picture is really faithfulness to our mission, which is the mission of Jesus, that all may be one. It excites me to think that we are able to support the efforts of the diocese, and this is just not in West Virginia, but this is across the congregation.
It's my sincere responsibility to express the gratitude of me as bishop, myself as bishop of Wheeling, Charleston, for all the religious men and women that have taught in our schools throughout the history of this diocese. And I speak also for, obviously, my immediate predecessor, Bishop Smith, who was very, very grateful as well, and the bishops before them. We have benefited our diocese very, very much by so many wonderful, committed religious men and women, and we continue to see the fruits of their labor, and we pray for them today and hope that our people, as I've seen, are still as good to them as they are and love them. They're a cherished part of our Catholic culture.